This year, I'll read more, is what I've always been telling myself every single new year until I finally achieved it this 2025. I used to always want to identify as a reader. Sometimes I used to read like 3 to 4 books back to back and then abandon the rest halfway through. I used to find these fiction novels super interesting, but when it came to non-fiction self-help books, I really struggled. I couldn't absorb the knowledge and the wisdom in those books because I never really finished any book that I ever started until now. If you ever wanted to read effortlessly every single day and make reading a second nature, keep watching because I'm going to share how to become a pro reader using the 75 Hard Challenge. Okay, I don't want to keep you waiting, but before we dive in, if you're new here, welcome to my channel. I'm Nisha, and if you'd love to join me on this journey where we transform ourselves for the better, then subscribe and stick along. And don't forget to like this video because it really helps the right people discover this content. Okay, let's be real for a second. If reading was that easy, we'd all be bookworms by now, right? But here's 3 reasons to why most of us fail to build a habit. The first reason is we don't choose the right book. If you want to start and finish the book till the end, you need to first be interested in what you're reading. If the subject or the topic or the genre of the book that you're reading is not of your interest, then you're not going to be able to finish it. You're not going to go till the end. You're going to read a couple of pages and lose interest. We wait so much for the right time and the right mood to pick up and read a book. We say, I don't feel good. I don't feel motivated to read a book right now. That's the last thing I want to do. But motivation is like a flaky friend. It leaves you when you need it the most. And the secret is really simple. You don't need motivation, you need a system. And that's what we're going to be discussing about very soon. And thirdly, we don't have any goals when it comes to reading. It's really crazy when you think about it. You have goals for your exams, you have goals for your career, for money, for your health, for the future, but you don't really have a goal when it comes to developing a healthy habit like reading. And not setting goals is the main reason why you don't make it a priority. We scroll on the phone for like 5 hours, we binge watch Netflix, we literally just lay on the bed and do nothing except picking the book and reading. Now let me introduce you to the game changer, the 75 Hard Challenge. Literally, the 75 Hard Challenge is not just for fitness, like physical fitness, or for mental stability, it's also for developing this good habit of reading. One of the rules of the challenge is to read at least 10 pages of a self-help, non-fiction book every single day. But wait, before you think, I don't have time for the 75 Hard Challenge, you can still take that one rule from the challenge. If you don't want to follow the 75 Hard Challenge, you can literally just take that one rule and follow it for 75 days. Because why not? I suggest take up the 75 Hard Challenge. But even if you don't want to take up the 75 Hard Challenge, I'm going to provide you with 5 practical tips that you can use to make this work for you and to get into the habit of reading consistently. So firstly, pick a book you're genuinely interested about. Now tell me, how many times have you started reading a book just because people say it's good to read and not because you're really interested by it or intrigued by the title of the book? For example, Atomic Habits. So many people say it's an amazing read, but I never really had this urge or eagerness to read that book. I don't know why. That title didn't excite me. It's just like that. I don't know why, but I forced myself to buy the book and read it. I read 2 pages and then I discontinued. I just didn't feel like it's for me. So don't force yourself. Just because you don't read a book that people say is an amazing read, if you choose not to read it, that doesn't mean you are a fool. No, it doesn't mean that, okay? So don't force yourself to read a book just because people are saying. You need to really find the one that attracts you, that's calling to you, that's saying, okay, pick me and read, okay? Unless that's the case, you're not going to get into this habit and you're not going to stick with it forever. Second tip is to create a non-negotiable reading time. If you don't get reading into your routine, for example, say I wake up, I finish brushing my teeth, I do my morning workout, and then I have some time where I rest in between, so I have to read the book at that time. So fix a time and follow it every single day. What I do is I mostly read during the breaks that I take in between work. So when I work and I take like a 10 to 15 minute break in between, that's when I feel like, okay, let's just take the book and read like a couple of pages, and then I come back to it in my next break. So that way I make sure I read my 10 pages of the book every single day, because I follow the 75 hard challenge. So I make sure that I read the 10 pages every single day, but I also don't overstress by reading all at once. It's really that simple, you know? You just sit down and look at your schedule and fix a time. You will definitely have 30 to 45 minutes every single day to allocate to read a book. It's just 10 pages and you can do it. And that's why I say take the 75 hard challenge, because it's really helpful. 28 days spent. I've read 2 books and I'm reading 2 books simultaneously now, which I never really dreamt of that I would be doing. The third tip is to use a reading tracker. Marking your progress daily, whether you write on your journal or you use an app or just have a simple checklist, enables you to stay motivated, and so you keep going because now you can see your progress. For example, if you're working out to lose weight, you keep track by checking your weight regularly, by seeing what you're eating, by looking into your diet, if you're having a balanced diet, and if you're working out regularly. So you see all of these, you keep track of all of these if you want to work out or if you want to reduce your weight. So similarly, if you want to get into the habit of reading regularly, you need to keep a track of that as well. So if you decide, I'm going to read a 200-page book in like 20 days because I choose to read 10 pages every single day, that means you can finish reading a whole book in 20 days. So you can start like that. The fourth tip is to remove distractions. Put your phone on airplane mode, go to your room, sit in silence and grab the book, read it. I always find it really difficult to read when something loud is playing next to me or I'm in midst of a crowd. It's really difficult for me to focus and read. I keep reading it again and again. And thus, I decided to stay alone, to go into my room, sit in silence and practice reading. And that way, now you're able to build your focus, and eventually you'll be able to focus and read even while going in the bus, or, you know, when you're sitting in the train station for the train to arrive. So you can read anywhere, but you need to practice. So initially start reading at a silent place, put your phone away, no scrolling in between. Do that initially, and gradually you'll be able to build focus and you can concentrate even when you're in the middle of a crowd. The fifth and the final point is to set a reading goal, but to keep it small initially. So the rule where you read the books in the 75 Hard Challenge says you need to read 10 pages of a non-fiction book every single day. So the reason they've started with 10 pages is because that's a small goal and it's feasible, it's achievable by anyone. You can read 10 pages today. It's not difficult, but that is necessary. If you don't set a clear goal, you're not going to achieve anything. So even if it's small, even if you choose to read 5 pages a book, start it. Start reading with 5 pages, and eventually, I swear, you will be able to read much more than 5 pages in the same duration of time. And now, if you're ready to take your reading game to the next level, I have a few book recommendations for you. The books that I've read and found really insightful, helpful, and life-changing. So if you don't know where to start, which book to pick up, I'll give you these recommendations. And if you find any of these interesting, pick it and read it. The first book that I'll suggest it's really intriguing. It's The Secret by Rhonda Byrne. If you're interested in manifesting, law of attraction, and all those manifesting principles, the principles of the universe, and how to change your life using manifesting, then this book is for you. The book dives on how your thoughts shape your reality. Rhonda Byrne says that positive thinking attracts positive outcome and encourages visualizing your dreams to manifest them into your reality. The second book recommendation is Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself by Dr. Joe Dispenza. So if you're interested in neuroscience, personal transformation, and how your thoughts, behaviors, and feelings create your reality, then you'd really enjoy reading this book. This book teaches you how to reprogram, rewire your mind and body to create a new version of yourself. Listen closely. If you're tired of living in the same patterns and if you want to break all these patterns and create a lasting change, then this book is for you. The third book recommendation is In Essence by A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. So if you're interested in spirituality and philosophy, and if you're interested in learning about the teachings of Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam, then this book is for you. If you're seeking spiritual clarity and want to understand the essence of life beyond the material pursuits, and if you're really interested in the Hindu culture and Hindu spiritual practices, especially Krishna, if you're a follower of ISKCON principles, then this book offers you timeless wisdom. So definitely do give it a read if you're interested in these. The next book recommendation is for all the girls out there, and even guys if you want to. So it's called Buy Yourself the Damn Flowers by Tam Kaur. If you're interested in self-love and personal growth, then this book is definitely for you. Tam Kaur encourages you to start loving yourself and to start prioritizing yourself and giving yourself everything that you deserve, and stop waiting for others to do it for you. So if you're looking to boost your confidence, to prioritize your needs, to step up your self-love and transformation journey, to treat yourself with the love that you deserve, then this book is definitely for you. And the fifth book that I would recommend reading is Awareness by Anthony DeMello. This book is all about waking up to life. So if you're really interested in spirituality and mindfulness, then this book is definitely for you. Anthony DeMello guides you through how conditioned thinking traps you in misery and how awareness can set you free from those limitations. The last and one of the most interesting, life-changing read of my life is The Language of Emotions by Carla McLaren. If you're interested in psychology and emotional intelligence, then this book is for you. So the book delves deep into understanding, embracing, and harnessing the power of emotions. If you've ever struggled with processing your emotions, or if you want to develop your emotional intelligence, then this book will be life-changing if you read it. Those are my book recommendations, so definitely do give them a read. Each one of them carries so much wisdom and so much work put into it. Literally, they would transform your entire life. And I promise you, if you want to get into this habit of reading consistently, I suggest you take up the 75 Hard Challenge. It has helped me transform in multiple ways. Even by day 28, I feel a lot of changes in me. I've gotten into this habit of reading consistently. I drink water effortlessly throughout the day. I work out consistently. I used to never step outside home because it used to always be cold here in the UK, but now if it's raining or sunny or whatever the climate is outside, I make time to step outside and walk at least for that 45 minutes. And I also am sticking to a healthy, balanced diet. I focus on my nutrition, and that keeps me healthy and energetic throughout the day. And finally, taking the progress picture and tracking how much I read every single day enables me to push myself and keep going forward. Now, if you made this far, I'm damn sure you're serious about leveling up, and you're definitely going to level up like crazy. So now here's what I want you to do. Drop down a comment below with a book recommendation, because I love to read more books in the future and I'd love to hear from you. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like it, and also follow me on Instagram at Out of Niche with Nisha for more content to level up your life. I'll see you in my next video. Until then, I love you all. Bye. Mwah.